collectively that wind generating forces that will decide its speed and direction, right? So speed is dependent upon pressure gradient, right? Direction is dependent upon, again it is resultant of the pressure gradient also, and moreover it is impacted by Coriolis force also, right? And if this wind is nearby, is near to the surface, then no, Coriolis force is there, but there is a friction also, right? So these are basically the present gradient force that is deciding its speed and direction. When it comes to Coriolis force, that is, again it is deciding the direction, and the friction, it is only impacting the speed, right? So these are the net wind generating forces. Now this wind generating forces will not be equally prevalent near to surface or above to surface, otherwise upper troposphere, right? Then what is the difference? Wind generating force at the upper tropospheric level, there is no friction. So if no friction, then speed of the wind will be more. Speed of wind will be more. If the speed of the wind will be more, then Coriolis force will impact more. So what is the consequences of Coriolis force? The deflection will be deflection will be more. To what extent? That wind will completely turn parallel to isobar. That is what the maximum extent of the deflection of the wind. Where? Upper tropospheric level, right? So the deflection is something that depend upon the speed of the wind, and the speed of the wind is, again it is the resultant of the net wind generating forces, that is the friction or the pressure gradient, right? So at the surface, at the upper tropospheric level, there is no friction, so there will be the more deflection, in a way that the deflections will be completely parallel to the isobar. And when the wind will start blowing parallel to the isobar, that is what something termed as what? Geostrophic wind. So what is this geostrophic wind phenomena? From the surface of the earth, if this is surface, from 2 to 3 kilometer height. So here in this area above the 2 to 3 kilometer height, so the wind pattern or the wind which is blowing is the geostrophic wind. What is the meaning of geostrophic wind? When the wind is blowing parallel to the isobar. Parallel to the isobar means, if this is the, suppose say for example this is the isobar. What is isobar? Same pressure, right? So if it is suppose 704 MB and this is suppose 708, 704. What is the pressure gradient direction is this, and that is not at the surface, suppose at a 3 kilometer height, no friction, so wind will be deflecting in this direction, right? If it is northern hemisphere, right में होगा ना? Not this direction, this one. Wind will deflect in this direction, right towards, right? So this is direction, this parallel to the isobar, right? So the movement of the wind is what? Perpendicular to the pressure gradient, otherwise, right? So geostrophic wind is what? If it is moving parallel to the isobar or perpendicular to the pressure gradient force. So what is the definition you will write? Wind generating, this geostrophic wind which blows parallel to the isobar and it is perpendicular to the pressure gradient force due to no friction force, or the Coriolis force is maximum, which is deflecting the wind completely parallel to the isobar, right? So this Coriolis force and the pressure gradient force, they are counterbalancing each other, क्लियर हो गया. नाउ इफ यू सी, if suppose this is the surface and we are moving up to the upper tropospheric level, right, upper tropospheric level, suppose up to tropopause, which is the boundary of tropopause and stratosphere, right, this one. And this is from there itself, from 2 to 3 kilometer, there will be the phenomena of geostrophic wind. Now you tell me, if we are moving more to the height, the speed of the wind, which wind I am talking about? The geostrophic wind. So as we move from the 2 to 3 kilometer height up to the maximum extent, and what is that extent? The tropopause. So the speed of the wind will, no, speed of the wind will increase upper troposphere में. Why? Because there is no friction, and moreover, pressure gradient is even more upper troposphere में, right? So if the pressure gradient is more and there is no friction, so as we go at more height, the speed of the wind will increase, right? So somewhere around from 8 to 6 kilometer, from 8 to 6 kilometer of the height. Why I have taken this as an average? Because when we will discuss the later on in the middle of the class, then you will get to know that why this 8 to 16 kilometer I have wrote here. So at the height, on an average from 8 to 16 kilometer at a height, so it means there is a more pressure gradient force, friction to hai nahi, right? If the more pressure gradient force, so there will be more high speed wind is going to blow, right? So this high speed wind at this particular height is nothing but called as what? Jet stream. So can we say that is the jet stream is a type of geostrophic wind? Yes. What is the difference? Geostrophic wind will start from 3 kilometers surface say up to the troposphere, tropopause, but in this particular height, as there is no friction and the pressure gradient force is more, so the speed of the wind will be more. So as it means this jet stream is a kind of the geostrophic wind with the very high speed, right? So jet stream is a geostrophic wind with very high speed. Then what will be the speed? It depends upon the type of the jet stream and the season, that will come to later. But as of now, you should understand that this jet stream is a type of the geostrophic wind which is blowing with the very high speed at a height of 8 to 6 kilometer. And why this is blowing in a very high speed? Because at certain this height there is no friction, right? And moreover the pressure gradient force is more. Now you have to understand, when we are talking about this pressure gradient force, that is at the height. If you remember, when we were discussing about the pressure belt, so we have discussed the various types of cell. What was the first cell? Hadley cell, Farrell cell, polar cell. So that was the cell means it's a continuous, that wind is that air is rising from the surface, it is going to the upper height, then again it is moving towards the pole, but somehow it is getting deflected and there is a subsidence, right? Again from the surface the wind is getting convergence, again it is rising. So like that there were a formation of the different cell. So as far as this particular jet stream or maybe the geostrophic wind is concerned, it is about not at the surface, at the height. So see, if this is, suppose say for example equator pe at surface there is what? Low pressure, right? And height pe there is high pressure, right? If you see, this is pole surface, right? High pressure, and at height it is low pressure. So the movement up, now if you see here the temperature contrast is more, right? So on the height How the wind is getting blown? Surface. Now you have to imagine in your brain that is not on the surface, that is on the height. Which height? 18 to 16 kilometer pe. Now we are not discussing the wind which is blowing to the surface, but here itself, and how it is blowing parallel to the isobar, right? So the wind, if the pressure gradient is force is like this, the wind is moving like this, इस तरीके से होगा. You understand? हाँ. So this is the difference of the pressure. So now this wind which is blowing from equator, the low pressure area, sorry, high pressure area at a height, to the low pressure area towards the pole, right? So now what we can understand is that wind is blowing from in this direction, and that too at a height of 18 to 16 kilometer. How? In which direction? Like this, right? So this wind which is blowing in parallel to isobar, and that is why it is called as what? Circumpolar wind. What is the meaning of this circumpolar wind? Is this wind which is blowing in the circle, in a manner of that circle that is centered around the pole. It is centered around the pole. Now the question is, why it is centered around the pole? This circle of the wind at a 8 to 16 kilometer height, this wind is otherwise that pattern of the wind is the circumpolar wind. So it means it is centered around the pole. Why it is centered around the pole? Where is the low pressure? Pole pe. Pole pe. And wind is, moving towards high pressure to low pressure. So wind is moving towards the pole. So that is why it is centered around the pole. Why? Because the low pressure is at pole. Where? Now this entire discussion is centered around that height, not at the surface. You please mind this. Clear? Now the next question is, as far as this jet stream is concerned, which is a kind of geostrophic wind, it is otherwise, see here where I am saying that if this wind is blowing from equator to the pole, not at the surface but at the height, so this wind, this jet stream is otherwise called as this circumpolar wind. Circum means it is in the circular. Why? Because it is parallel to the isobar. It is not moving in the direction of pressure gradient force. Pressure gradient force ke perpendicular, right? And that's how it is parallel to isobar, right? So if it is parallel to the isobar, so it is having like a circle system, right? So now this circle is centered around what? Pole. Why towards the pole, not equator? Because the low pressure system is where? At the pole, na? Height pe. Height pe, at the height the low pressure is on the pole, and at the surface it is high pressure. Clear ho gaya? Why at the pole there is a high pressure on the surface? Because there is no insulation at the, so if no insulation, no, dekho, this is pole, surface, no insulation. No insulation means no temperature. If no temperature, wind will sink. So if wind will sink here, it means at the surface there is high pressure, na? Haan. It means there is atmosphere is what? Rarefied, no air at all, because from the top the air is sinking. So top pe there is what?
Low pressure.
Height pe there is a low pressure, because from the height that air is sinking towards the surface. And why the air is sinking towards the surface? Because air is not enough hot or warm to rise. When the air will rise? Right, when the temperature is more, the space between the gas molecule will increase and air will become lighter and it will rise. Right, but the pole there is no temperature, and hence there is no space at all. So the gas molecule are, the air is compressed, so it will sink. So it is sinking from where? From the top. So at the top there is no air. If no air, it means low pressure. So that is why at the certain height, low pressure, and the wind is moving from high pressure to low. And now the similar thing is with the equator, Because at the equator the surface temperature is very high, so air will become warmer. If the air will become warmer, then it will be lighter. If it's lighter, then it will rise. So where the air will accumulate? At the maximum height, tropopause, because in the stratosphere that air will not enter, na? Tropopause pe kya temperature is constant. So from there, where that wind will go, that air will go, obviously that where this air will find the low pressure system. So where that low pressure system is? Towards the pole, where at the certain height. So right, so at the height when the wind is blowing and there is no friction force, so at this particular height this jet stream will form, otherwise called as this. The nature of the wind is what? That circumpolar wind. Why this circumpolar means? It is in the in circle format this wind is blowing. And why in the circle format? Because this wind is parallel to the isobars, it means perpendicular to the pressure gradient force, right, which is centered around the pole. Now what I was explaining is why it is centered around the pole, because at the pole is there is low pressure, right? So that is why the wind will be centering towards the pole.